Hi everyone, it's Kerchi, and today I'm going to be making a Disney theme park in my plaza. The latest Star Path in Disney Dreamlight Valley features a bunch of Disney park themed furniture, and I think we all had the same idea with this. I've seen so many people turn their plazas into their very own Disney theme park, so I thought I would do the same thing. I always start my builds by laying out all the main furniture that I want, so in this case I am putting down the big Disney theme park attractions. We have this Ferris wheel, of course, the Alice in Wonderland teacup ride, and the Dumbo ride. The hardest part is figuring out the rest of the layout. I'm starting off with the easy part by putting paths where I know the path will definitely go. So I envisioned this teacup ride to have bushes around it. I want a very circular shape with these bushes, and a lot of people have actually asked how to achieve this effect. And it's real simple. You basically just have to form a circle as best as you can. And luckily I have this teacup ride to guide me, so I don't have to do a lot of guesswork. But there is still a lot of trial and error involved. Like with this one, I'm repositioning it. And the way the grid works in the game is it's not exactly the most accurate grid. So the circle isn't going to be a perfect circle, but it will still give the illusion that it's a circle. And that's all I'm trying to achieve here. Just the illusion. So I'm doing it on each side, and then on the empty spots, I am adding more paths. I basically want a way to get from one area to another. I'm also putting a path underneath the ride. I just think it looks nicer, and I do want to cover up as much of that green grass as possible while still leaving room for flowers to spawn. Then I'm doing the path that leads up to that little glass roof terrarium thing. I don't even know what that's called. And I really love this technique. So what I do here is I make an uneven path instead of just a straight line, and then I cover it with these stones, which you can walk over, so they won't block your path. I love this because it makes it look really natural, and I want this to look like a theme park / Alice in Wonderland garden. And you can see how natural that path looks, and that's another way to get pretty looking paths, because I know the paths in this game are not the best looking, but there are ways to get around it to make them look nice. So now I'm working on the Ferris wheel area, and I really love these big hedges. I've used them several times in my build for the rest of my valley, and I will do a valley tour at some point. I'm just waiting on more characters to be added because the rest of my valley is actually pretty empty. I'm pretty much building as new characters come in and new houses come in, and there is that item limit, which is only 3,000, and I'm getting close to hitting it, so I have to kind of pick and choose which areas I want to decorate. So now I'm trying to achieve this curved effect on this path. And even though you can't curve a path, here is a way that you can achieve that curved look by using bushes. It was a little bit tricky though. Right now it's still kind of looking like a 90-degree angle. So I'm just rearranging the bushes, trying to get them to be as curvy as possible. And there really isn't a trick to this. You just have to try and move things around. Lots of trial and error, but it is possible. And here I am getting a lot closer to that curved effect that I want. There's just a few more things that I need to adjust, and right now it's still not looking quite right. So as you can see, I'm really just playing around with the positioning here, trying to get it as curved as I possibly can. And that's the frustrating thing about designing in the game is their grid system. I think it might just be a little too huge, and it's really hard to align things. And same thing with the path here. I am making it look as natural as possible. I'm not doing any straight lines, and I'm covering it with little stones. Now for the empty areas, I'm filling it up with these really cute Disney balloons. And I have this Disney kiosk stand that I got from the Star Path. And of course, these cute little benches. And I'm just trying to fill any empty spots, seeing where I can put a little bit of extra decoration. I really love these potted plants. I think they look super fancy and they fit the theme of garden that I'm going for here. Also, a huge part of my build, it is raining and foggy, and for some reason it's been raining a lot in my game, so sorry if it's gray and sad right now. But what I'm doing here is I'm adding more stones to the paths again. I just really want to avoid any straight edges because they look so ugly and unnatural. And I'm adding those Disney balloons wherever I can. In this case, I'm adding it at the entrance of the teacup ride. And I'm switching out these columns with the It's a Small World columns, and they look so cute. I love the little spinning elements. So this area will be like a small world slash Alice in Wonderland area. Then on this side, I'm switching out these columns with the blocks. And here is where I'm adding Dumbo, and I've also added Woody's carousel there, and I thought that fit really well. So this part of my theme park is going to be more playful, it's going to have toys, and a bit more pop of color. So my plan here is to also surround each ride with bushes. I just really love the circular effect that it gives. So I'm doing the exact same thing, and it's not a one size fits all. For example, with this one, I was having a hard time fitting just the right amount of bushes on here. Sometimes they're too close to the carousel, sometimes they're too far. And at the front here, you can see it's a little uneven. But again, it just takes some trial and error, moving things around. And now it's foggy again, so it's really hard to see as I'm decorating here. Putting more stones on the edge here. I just want everything to be cohesive and natural. And I have this balloon arch, which thank God I have already made because that one took a lot of iron to make. And these up balloons, which is from the very first Star Path, the Pixar Star Path. So those come in handy once again. Now for the Dumbo ride, I am going to surround it with bushes just like the other ones. On this side of my theme park, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, to be honest. I just know that I have this Dumbo ride, I'm surrounding it with bushes, and then for the rest of it, I was kind of blanking. But for this one, I'm taking a different approach. So I'm going to add a path in like a cross formation, and then with the empty spots, that's where I'm going to put the bushes. I want it to look like there's an entrance on each side, even though my character doesn't necessarily fit there. This is really just all about illusions, even if for the most part it's like unreachable or unusable. It's totally okay to just go for looks here. So I am adding those bushes on each side, and I'm also rotating the bushes, which is very important because you don't want the bushes to all look the same. It just looks a little too fake. So you want to rotate as much as you can to add variety and make it look more natural. And this is where my mind is kind of blanking. I'm not exactly sure what to do with the rest of it, but I'm just kind of following a symmetrical pattern here. And I do love this dragon flower set that they added in the game, so I stuck that on there. And again, same thing with that path. I'm doing the same staggered technique with the little stones. I also want a path that leads to the other biomes, so I'm starting to set them up here. And these little Mickey statues, I feel like they definitely belong here because they look fun and fit the theme of this park. So this is where the garden theme comes in. I want these cute little benches here near this dragon plant. And then I decided to make a little picnic area here with this Lion King picnic table, and I added a tree just to give it some shade. And on this side, I added this picnic blanket, and I had to take the opportunity to add the spaceships and this little motorcycle. For these last empty bits, I wanted to add these companion houses so I can let a bunch of animals out, and this whole theme park / garden is going to be full of happy animals just running around, and they're getting stuck behind the fence here, but they'll make their way out. There we go. That's looking so cute, and the white picket fence is a really nice touch. I have already decorated the main part of my plaza, so I'm just going back in there and adding the same stones and everything just to keep it all cohesive. And then the fun part, of course, is adding food to the table. So I made a bunch of Disney-themed food like Alice's cookies and Mickey waffles. And for the final touches, I'm seeing where I can add lights because I want this to also be beautiful at night. So I've switched to night mode here so I can see how everything looks. And I'm just finishing up a few final touches here, just trying to get these paths even. And I'm adding more stones to cover up those edges. And I also want some paths leading up to this kiosk, just a way to cover up that boring green grass. But I still want to leave room for all the flowers to spawn, so I'm not covering everything. And here are the final sets of lamps, and they look so beautiful at night. For this one, I pretty much ran out of ideas, so I'm just using the same staggered path technique here that leads up to that mining node because I'm still mining from time to time, so I want to make sure I can reach everything. And I'm just connecting the rest of the paths here to make it look nice and complete. For this little tiny corner, I thought it looked too empty, so I decided to add this machine. I forget what this is called. Is this called the strength machine? I don't remember. But basically, I added that there because it looks fun. And I'm surrounding it with a cute little white picket fence. And we can't have a strength machine without prizes, so I'm adding some toys. And we do have a couple little tiny toys here. To finish up this build, I'm just putting some balloons all over just to cover up more of those big empty spaces, and we are done. And now we are gonna do a tour of my plaza and Disney Park build. So upon coming in, we see Remy's restaurant, Remy's apartment. We have Scrooge's shop here. So these are the main 3 buildings that I have chosen to put in my plaza. And I also swapped out the old brown benches for these green ones because they fit better since I've used them throughout my park, so I put them here. And of course we have that iconic Mickey fountain in the middle, so I just really wanted this to look kind of like Main Street. Is that what it's called? I haven't been to Disneyland in a while, but I didn't want to overdo this one. I just want it to look very classic and cute. And look at my little companions just running around. I love this. I love that we can finally let our companions out and just have them fill our valley with joy. And here you can see the little spices and plants spawning. And it would be nice to get them all in one place, but I don't want to have to finesse my whole valley to do that. So it's okay that they're kind of spawning randomly, even though it is a little bit ugly. So over here we have the little garden. I love this. It looks so pretty and it's very picturesque. So every angle of my plaza is a screenshot moment. I also stuck this well here. I don't know if it belongs here exactly, but it's also another screenshot moment. And then we have the teacup ride. I love this so much, and I really wish that they would just go ahead and add Alice, because Alice is my all-time favorite movie and Disney character ever. Screenshot moment. These balloons are also super adorable. I still don't know how they get that Mickey balloon inside another balloon. And then here is my little picnic area, and I love how this tree gives it shade. It looks like you can actually have a picnic here. And I love the little Mickey themed food that they have. The Mickey gingerbread from the Christmas update, and those Alice cookies. I love them so much. And of course we have the Aurora cake. And over here is a pretty little picnic area. Let me try to get through here. I love how this balloon arch just fit perfectly here. It's very picturesque. Hey Mickey, do you love what I've done with the plaza? Okay, bye. And here is another angle of the other side of the teacup ride. And these cute little benches. So I love this. I love symmetry like this and how everything is just a beautiful screenshot moment. And getting around is not totally inconvenient. I mean, obviously it's a lot easier to just shoot through from one side to the other, but now I have to go around these bushes. But it's not terribly bad, and it's a small price to pay for beautiful aesthetics. And here is that giant Ferris wheel. So gorgeous. There's Mickey. I love this. So right on this side we have Woody's little carousel, and these giant blocks are so cute. This looks like the Toy Story realm. And then on this side I've just added a path to this node, but it can also be a secret area where you can just hang out with friends. I don't know, do whatever you want. And these up balloons, a lot of people, especially new players, have been wondering how to get this. So unfortunately, it is from the Pixar Star Path, which is the very first Star Path that they released all the way back in September. I don't know if they're going to bring back old Star Paths. I think if they do, a lot of older players might get upset because I don't know how we'll benefit from it. But it does give new players a chance to get items like this that they have otherwise missed. But I don't know. I think that the exclusivity of it is what makes it special. So I don't think I want them to bring it back, but maybe they can put it in the premium shop or something. And then here are just the little vehicles that I put here. So this is from the Stitch level 10 reward. This spaceship is from Buzz, and this one is just, I think this one is also from the Pixar Star Path. I don't remember. I gotta get this Easter egg real quick. Oh, hi Minnie. Do you like this plaza? It's beautiful, isn't it? Thank you. Oh, hi Donald. Do you like this plaza? Look at him in his little outfit. He's so cute. So I did want to put these birch trees here because they look very cartoony and I love them. But the downside is you get these spawns, these little sticks. And I don't really need them that much because I have a lot, but I wish we could adjust how often they spawn or maybe turn it off and on. I don't know. But a lot of us are here for the aesthetics. We're here to decorate. We're here to take screenshots and put them on Instagram. So I wish we could somehow interact with this tree and say, turn off spawning. And here is the Dumbo ride. I love how this looks. It looks just like the real thing. I wish we could ride it. Maybe they'll add it in the future. We can do like a roller coaster tycoon type thing, but maybe we're asking for too much. It is supposed to be a cozy game after all, so I think we might be asking for too many features that would require a whole new code base. But still, it's so pretty, and I wish I could just ride one of them and see all of my plaza from high up. Here is the other side. I wanted to just add benches here and there just to kind of fill up the space. And they do look nice. It is a little bit awkward here though because we're technically staring at nothing, but I did just want to fill it up with something so it's not too empty. And I've done the same thing here as on the other side. I added this dragon plant. Let me pick this up real quick. So I did want to carry over that symmetry a little bit, even though it's not perfectly symmetrical. And then on this side, I added a couple more benches just to match the other side. And there is nothing going on behind the restaurant and Remy's house. And then I have this little alley. And I was going to put a garbage can here. They did add trash cans in the game, but it was blocking the path. And I still want a way to be able to get around my plaza. So this part is looking a little awkward, but if anything, it kind of looks like a real street. So here's another cute screenshot moment. And now we're just gonna do a quick walkthrough at night with all the lights on. I love it. Look at that Ferris wheel. So gorgeous. Let's go around this way. I don't have too many lights. I have just enough to give it that nice ambiance. Very pretty. Look at the moon. Sailor Moon. Let's go around this way. I also love how this kiosk lights up. Well, the Mickey ears light up. I wish the balloons also had lights in them. Does Disneyland have balloons with lights in them? Oh, hi, Stitch. How are you enjoying this Disney park build? Okay, cool. Look at Woody's carousel. It's so pretty at night. It looks a little creepy though because the horses have some wear and tear. It looks like an old-timey carousel, but still really cute. And here is Dumbo. Dumbo doesn't have any lights, actually. Oh, there's some lights on the floor. Would have been nice if it was on the elephants. Does anyone else cry when they see Dumbo? Like, I've never actually seen the movie, but I have heard about it, the plot and everything and what happens to him, and it just makes me cry every time I think about it. And that song, Baby Mine, oh my god. I'm in shambles. I'm in shambles. I'm gonna give an aerial view here. And here it is. Here is my Plaza theme park. I don't think it was too bad to build. I don't know how long it took me, maybe a couple hours. But now I can finally say my plaza is done. Now all Gameloft needs to do is remove this item limit because I have other biomes to decorate and let me tell you, they are empty. They are empty and sad. Oh, those are my pumpkins. Don't mind them. Empty and sad because, well, I'm a little scared of reaching this limit. So, Gameloft, if you're watching this, which I highly doubt, increase this limit. At least just increase it for PC users, please. Here's something I've also noticed. I think the more designed your biome is, the more the characters want to hang out there. It looks like most of my characters are always in my plaza now, whereas before they were pretty dispersed throughout my map, but now they're all here, hanging out, having a good time. And that is my Disney theme park plaza build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really love this update. I thought it was very creative. It's super fun. And the addition of Simba and Nala is just icing on the cake. Look how happy he looks. He loves this plaza. Thank you guys for watching and stay tuned for more of my Disney Dreamlight Valley designs.